This time, we're doing underwater solves. Let's go. Alright, so here we go again with some more attempts. So this is going to be probably like one of the last few times I'm going to talk about the format, but I think it would be interesting to just kind of do this as more of a podcast style. That's how I think this is actually kind of going, despite the fact that I've never really watched podcasts. Anyway, when I was talking to some people on over my work, they were asking me, so is it solving the Rubik's Cube underwater the same exact thing as solving it on land? And it really isn't, because the first main thing is you're not fighting gravity with the cube, you're fighting buoyancy, since the cube wants to float upward. As you can see, when I finish solving a cube, I let go and it floats right on up. And then water actually gets in the cube, so it makes the cube actually a little bit heavier once I start turning it, so there's a little bit of extra weight. And also the water resistance is much greater than air resistance. And with these kind of coupled effects, it makes it a little bit harder to turn underwater. It just makes it a little bit slower. Which is fine. I kind of expected it, and I knew it was going to happen, so my times aren't exactly the best I'm going to get underwater as I would be on land, since on land I'm starting to like get solves at around more around the 17 to 20 second range, and during these solves I had times between the 19 and 30 second range. In fact, during this whole thing here, during the third solve, that was about 30 seconds, and this solve right here took me about 29 seconds. And when I was checking that out, I took an average of all of these attempts, and the first attempt here, I averaged around 26 seconds per cube. It's not too bad. Since my average is just starting to go under 20 seconds. In fact, I streamed like not too long ago, and I managed to get my average just under 19 seconds. So I was real pleased about that. Here we go with the second attempt. I did 4 attempts and recorded all of them. Oh yeah, and this time I had my brother instead of my sister record it, and my brother actually knows how to frame a shot, unlike my sister, so now you can actually see that I'm underwater and can see the cube mainly pretty well. And I've also got my mom on the side who's holding the cubes for me, so I'd like to thank her and my brother for helping me out with this stuff. And now you can see that I have the weight belt on in the video now. Despite the fact that it's just pure black, I probably could have gone a much better color for the belt color, but meh. It works. It works. And I'm also recording the how long it takes for me myself. And the average is, since for the average attempts in attempt number 2, it took about 25 seconds per cube. The best solve was usually like the first one, because I can be able to inspect it and do a really good cross solution instead of just grabbing a cube and trying to go right on at it. But that's like another thing that adds some time. It looks like it added about 5 to 7 seconds average to my time, which I understand that. At the very least, I know that all of these attempts after the first one I think are all better than the first one. So now that I think I've talked about a lot about what's going on, I think I'm gonna go back to the comments in the video that was just before this, which is just me with my new weight belt and checking out, just seeing how long I could hold my breath underwater for. I'm gonna read some of those comments from there. So we have a comment from Hot Kevin that says, "Great video. It will be fantastic when you can do a video of the distance you can swim underwater in the pool in one breath. I think you can go a long way." Thanks for the comment, Hot Kevin. Yeah, it would be interesting to see how far I can go. I don't know actually how far my pool is. I remember doing it as a kid, and yeah, I could probably do that at some point, but not next week though, because next week I'm like super busy with a lot of work and going on a trip real quick, just out of town, just for like a day or two. So it makes making these videos really difficult for next week. I'm still going to try to produce at least one video next week, and hopefully that'll be alright. Going into the second comment, we have W. Carrick saying, "Coolio, lol." Coolio. For the next comment, we have Shiloh saying, you should try and set the world record for the most cubes solved underwater. That's actually what I'm doing here for the moment. This is me kind of like training to try to do that. Since I can already stay underwater for 2.5 minutes, and I'm already trying to get faster with the cube, I think this is exactly what's going on. Is I'm like, because I need to try to stay underwater longer and solve cubes faster. And during this third attempt, I was averaging around 26.8 seconds, it says in my notes here. It's kind of like I should be doing better, to be honest. I'm learning more OLL cases, which is, if you don't know much about the Rubik's Cube, OLL is just the orientation of the last layer, making like the entire top layer yellow, basically, for me. It's a lot to learn. There's about 57 algorithms to learn, and I've got like 28 left, I believe. And also, I could probably stay underwater for longer. I just really don't like the contractions. It's really painful for me at the moment, and I don't know how to like really get used to them yet. So, hopefully, if I do this more often during the last month of summer here, I should be able to like increase my time by about probably 30 to 40 seconds and allow me to sneak in another cube. And with decreasing my time, I probably could sneak in another cube. My goal for the summer here is getting at least 7 cubes. Since my record is 6, the world record is 8. If I get 7, that means I'm ever closer to the record, and I'm real excited about that. All right. For the next comment, we have a comment from Josh that says, yeah, I heard the contractions can be annoying but are a good thing. I also heard what you're doing on an empty stomach is the best way to go. Great video. Thanks for the comment, Josh. And he is right about the contractions, that they are annoying. And what I'm doing, I'm already working on an empty stomach, actually. I'm actually like not eating about 3 or 4 hours before. I usually have like a quick little breakfast, and then like I usually would prefer to have Honey Nut Cheerios and milk, since Honey Nut Cheerios are great in iron. And if I do this way too often, I actually decrease the iron levels in my body, which are what help keep oxygen in your body. So by having that in the morning, I think this is helping out a little bit. Nonetheless, I still got a lot to learn, I think, before I start getting even better times. And for the 5th comment, we have regular unofficial speedrun highlights saying great intro. That was me, I think, dropping the box with my weight belt in it. It was a 10-pound box and it slipped out of my hands. That was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. As silly as I was, I think that was a little funny. Alright, so that's all the comments I saw in the last video, besides a few repeat people commenting. I think those are the interesting ones to talk about. This is the last attempt here. I managed to get 27 seconds average during this these solve sets. I think this is the 4th cube, so my notes say I solved it in about 22 seconds. The first cube I solved in 24, then 22, then 29. I think when it comes to the last cube, though, I really screwed up at the end. I think I had an F perm and I completely botched it. I think this is the solve where I had a bad F perm, which is basically a PLL case for non-Rubik's cubers a little bit. Yeah, it's I screwed it up and I had to redo some stuff. And yeah, I spammed it a little bit like last night trying to get it down again, and I just do not understand why I didn't get it down. I probably, if I hadn't screwed it up, got another solve in there, because this was 38 seconds it says, and that's way too darn long. I probably could have done another attempt after this, but no, I think I was running out of breath basically, and it's just not working out as well. Since this is the last solve of the video, I'm going to say thanks everybody for watching. I think the next one's either going to be me underwater or me doing solves underwater. Not sure yet. Thanks for watching and enjoy your days. Peace.